Good morning, MMTs. The time, 9:49 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The date is 8/31/2014. We have the Nasdaq Biotechnology Index. It's been one of the better performers, and we've been covering this since 2012. We knew that we were going to get a big breakout, and we certainly have, to all-time highs. These are the names in there, like REGN, major highs, BIIB, major highs, JAZZ, SLPX. There's many of them in this index that we trade using the option markets. You got Gilead Sciences, all-time highs at 107.75. Amgen hit an all-time high. I just want people to understand one thing. Every one of these stocks are hitting almost 52-week highs in the Nasdaq Biotech stocks. And no matter where we go to look at them, we can clearly scroll down here. This index has been one of the better indexes in the whole market. And on a percent level, they have had one of the best runs over a lot of other stocks. This is what the index looks like. I will go through just a here. We'll just go through REGN, all-time highs. We love this stock. Every time it pulls back, it's a great buy, and it too is up there at 52-week highs. BIIB, Biogen, and this is a weekly chart. You can clearly see here on Biogen, it made a 52-week high over here, and this is all on weekly charts. And Biogen, you could have bought at 300, and right now you're up here at 350. We've been Biogen all the way back over here. And in 2013, when we were really getting aggressive, Biogen started to break out. They've had a lot of good comments and approvals from the Food and Drug Administration on Biogen. One of the other ones I'm going to show is JAZZ. It had a nice pullback here on a weekly level, and it is now approaching all-time highs, and it too is a great name to trade on an intraday level. Here's a stock that we've been trading forever. It made a 52-week high. The symbol is SLXP in this Nasdaq Biotech Index. ALXN right here had made a 52-week high over here on a weekly level, and they had great consolidations here, and we are burning off of these lows up here on a weekly level, and we're going to buy the pullbacks when they hit. And remember, the blue line is a weekly and the red line is a weekly, 20-week and 10-week. I'll show a couple of others in here that we have liked, that have done quite well, is this VRTX. It had a huge breakout right here on a weekly level. It hit that 100-week moving average. They popped this on the good news for them. Let me just explain to you that that wall of resistance from this breakout, which was also Food and Drug Administration, and we can clearly see that the 10-week moving average, it's closing right up there on it right now. That was at support level. Yes, we do like the stock, and we like to buy the pullbacks and sell the rips. One of our bigger plays is Gilead Sciences, GILD. Look, in 2014, it was on sale. But you got to remember, over here in 2013 was buying this down here. Gilead has quite a pipeline, and that low was $38 in 2013. It had a big breakout. It had pullbacks over here on 623 on a weekly, and the stock was at 51.95 here on those highs. And every time that we rallied up and made another high, 62.82, we would pull back. And what I'm going to say is we've been trading this very aggressively. That low right here was on April 6th, and that low was 63.50. They're executing extremely well. Yes, you can say it's overbought. So what that it's overbought? We buy pullbacks. Great bull runs do pull back and we get entries. So I'm going to conclude the fact that this made an all-time high of 108.77 on 8/24 of 2014, and that this whole biotech with certain ones in here, they are kicking on all cylinders. They're getting approvals. The pipelines have got to be refilled. We've been covering this forever. Amgen, AMGN. Let's just get Amgen in here now and take a look on Amgen. This is all on weekly charts now. Amgen breaking out. Finally breaking out off of the 100-week, 20-week. You got the 10-week of the blue line going up, and you got a new 52-week high out of Amgen. There's a lot more room for this stock to go higher. We're just going to buy those dips at every chance we get in any one of these names that we trade. I'm going to cover Celgene. Celgene is approaching a 52-week high. And like we said, yes, you get overbought, but listen, we were buying Celgene, I mean, just recently it was at $85, but take a look at the 2014 lows right here. And Celgene has a great pipeline. We got lots of different live videos on the website talking about Celgene and how Celgene, when we had that market correction, hit a bottom over here, and that bottom there, well, you could have got in right around 70-some dollars there. And I'll give you the info to this bottom right here was $66. And on this weekly chart, we're making brand new highs at $96, and there's more room to move. Buy the dips and sell the rips. So we have covered the ones that are very important in this particular index. We're going to take a look at LGND. And LGND made highs over here at $80. Now the stock has had a big pullback, and we're going on a weekly chart. It's kind of broke now, and it could sell down even more. This is that weekly lows right here, and we're going to come up with all the news that's on this particular stock, LGN. You know, it's pharmaceuticals now in that biotech index here. And one of the things that we're just going to tell the MMTs, we already have our list, and we do. So we're going to get very aggressive on some of the other smaller biotech stocks moving forward. This ECYT, I just want people to know one thing on this weekly level. Now, check this out. On a weekly level, this stock, believe it or not, had a news, and it ran up from $13.51 to this high on 3/16, which was $33.70. Since that period of time, we are making lows on a weekly chart. This stock got down to $6.40. We're going to be watching what the FDA and what the story is behind it. It had a great move. And people that stayed in it and don't know how to sell, you can get killed in these things. And we just started a weekly move up, not a lot, but this weekly bar is going to be the key in there. I'm going to show another one that's very important in MMT. And it's been one of the best biotechs of this century. And it has on a weekly level. I mean, you ran up to 497 right here. And let me just draw some trend lines. I'm going to repeat it again. ICPT. Okay? We're going to go to the trend tool, and this is a weekly chart. Once again, I just want people to know this is the best move in biotech that we have ever seen in a short time frame. Yeah. On this weekly level, I'm sorry to tell you, that low was $65, and this weekly high was $497. All done basically almost in a 3-day weekly movement. And when this thing pulls back, it gets great support down here on this weekly chart. This stock has a lot of room. The low here was 233, and the high was 349. So once again, ICPT has been one of the better performers on a dollar move than any of the biotechs that we've seen. Once again, I'm going to conclude the biotech movements. There is a lot more in here that we're going to be trading. And we trade the winners. And we have been trading biotech for a number of years of our career. I want people to take a look at TECH. Oh yeah, on a weekly level. And what did it do? The minute that that thing got right here on that 100-week moving average, that's the white line, it got back. It's come up here currently. And these are all stocks that have always been on our list. And when they come down toward the weekly moving averages, they've been popping. And I've shown you now it's above the 10-week simple moving average. The red line is a 20-week moving average. Over here, it was below it. But let me tell you something. When you got a 10-week rising, a 20-week rising, and a 100-week, buy every dip and sell the rip for now. But you have to be aware of headlines that make these biotechs move up and down. But the whole index on the NBIX has been one of the best winners, and you could trade that. Another thing you could do, that's the biotechnology. You can also go over here to IBB. This is an ETF, Nasdaq Biotech ETF. We're making all-time high breakout. That includes that all of these stocks, you can trade the ETF. We do it all the time. It's got great moves. It's above the weekly and the 20-week moving averages. It's had its pullback. It hit that 100-week, and there was no looking back. It comes down below the 10-week, the blue line, but here's the red, the 20-week. Here's the 100-week. So you got all your weekly moving averages converging to somewhat. Yes, short term it's overbought, but just let me tell you, every single time that this ETF and then again the small cap NBIX are great moves and one of the better winners that we have seen in a very, very long time. And every single time we get a pullback, it rips to new highs. And these are the stocks in the NASDAQ 100 right here. These are the winners. And we're going to conclude the ETF and the index, and everything is on a weekly level. And we'll be we're covering it like we always do.